Is this thing working?
Dude.
Is it working?
Yes.
Oh.
Do you see that too?
Oh,
the
yeah.
little bar.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is...
That's called your mains.
Is this a sidebar episode?
No.
No. This is like
What's a sidebar episode? This is a interview.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
Yeah.
This is the interview we were talking about.
What do you mean?
It's
we never talked about
It's
this.
a week from now. It's been a week from now.
What's a week from now?
The 21st. Y'all just watched that old episode. Y'all got this.
Anyways,
Anywho,
welcome to the 11 o'clock show. I'm your host, Noah.
I know him.
We have an unfortunate guest, Travis.
Yo.
I guess fortunate.
What's good, princess?
Why? Why? And then we got our co-host, Harris.
I'm eating. Give me a minute.
You're eating? Be quiet.
Hi, eating. My name's Dad.
Anyways, tonight you may be wondering what's it.
Ow.
Dang.
I think you could have survived.
Anyways, tonight we are interviewing our guest, Travis. So,
Hi.
did I already
Yeah.
I might have already said that.
You did.
So,
It's all good. Don't beat yourself.
ultimately, just introduce us to Travis.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to introduce myself? I'm not fat.
Talk about that chair.
I am perfectly normal size.
So, who is Travis?
Who are you?
I'm Travis.
No.
Yeah.
Low key. On the down low.
Incorrect.
My name's Travis.
It is.
My favorite color is purple.
That's
Purple?
Really?
My age
Wait.
is
Hold up.
secret.
Can I pause you for a second?
Yeah.
Did you say purple?
Yeah, purple.
It's purple.
That's mid. Green gang better.
It's purple.
Anyways, I like music. I'm a percussionist. I'm more of a percussive person in that sense.
So you like to beat things.
Drums.
Oh God!
Or
you should
keyboards.
emphasize that.
So I really do like more melodic instruments, but I really do like the harsh sounds of the drums.
I mean, technically, you play tenors, and I
Yeah.
mean, they're
more
technically melodic.
So tenor drums, they're more of a traditional drum when it comes to marching band, and they're more of the melodic drum in a sense.
Pretty much.
Yeah, they have different toned drums, which are called toms, which have different pitches, which could sound like different notes. Yeah.
So Travis.
I'm not done. So.
This is
And
you.
He's done introducing himself.
I like Minecraft.
I'm gonna kill him tonight. That was.
Fun fact: I died today by the Wither, and I lost all my netherite
Twice.
armor.
3 times. No. 5 times. You did not
introduce himself.
You died more than once because I was there.
Okay. And I'm having to grind to get all my stuff back. It's a really annoying process. Anyways, I love playing more melodic instruments as well. I really do like
I
the
think
sound.
you already said that.
Yeah, I know.
Dude wants to emphasize the fact he loves melody.
Yeah, I do. Oh shoot, I don't know where I'm going. Holy shirt.
You're literally talking about yourself, so if that's all you have to talk about, that's a little sad.
That's all you gotta talk about. That's all you gotta
I like animals. I'm an animal person. I really like cats.
What if the animals don't like you?
Then I will make them like me.
Okay. All right, and we're done talking to you. And you're off the show.
And no, I'm not.
And
No, I've had 2 of my cats that hated me from the get go. Now they love me, and it's nice.
Just kidding.
I have like 6 cats. I have 6 cats.
Dang.
It's that I've always grown up in a house with cats. It really the house isn't lonely. You know, you don't go somewhere and it's like no one's not there. It's a really nice experience. I
like it when dogs are there.
I love not being alone in a sense like that. I love having another little soul with me. You know?
Don't you have like brothers though?
Yeah, but they're all gay.
That some of them do have homosexual tendencies. So can we not get into this?
No.
Sorry, my allergies are messing.
In the words of a wise Ryan Reynolds, no, let's.
You kind of sound.
So can I ask you some questions?
No way.
Travis?
Okay, yo, hold on. Are you guys ready for the shoot? You guys can. Is this thing on?
You already did that.
Oh shoot.
What?
Okay, Noah, do you want to interview me first?
I think my co-host wants to have a couple
You guys should
wise
rock,
words
paper,
first.
scissors for it.
Rock, paper, scissors. I
Oh,
lost.
Noah won. Okay, Noah, you go first.
No, he did not. I
Yes, he
won.
did.
He threw scissors.
I did actually throw
It's
scissors.
my interview. Noah won.
I don't have questions yet. He does.
Okay.
So what's your greatest strength?
My
I'm kidding.
my greatest strength.
What is your greatest strength, Travis?
My greatest strength is like physically or like mentally, like how do you mean?
So, if this is like a job interview, and I'm like, what's your greatest strength? What's your answer?
I would say I'm really good. I'm really good with like picking stuff up, so learning new skills in a sense.
I honestly thought you were about to say like picking stuff up as like cleaning.
So your answer is incorrect.
What do you?
So if you had to move a mountain only using a spoon, how would you do it?
I would scoop it and I would move it.
I turn it into a molehill.
Ain't no mountain too high, ain't
What's
no
the
valley too
difference?
low.
What is the difference between a duck? You need me to repeat the question?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a duck?
And a
I know,
what?
no, I know this. Stop. I know this answer. A duck, you shouldn't have to compare it with anything.
Wrong.
No, a duck is what's in its heart.
Wrong.
Oh, okay.
Wrong.
Don't
Try
answer
again.
that.
Try again.
Red 40.
Bingo. Anyway, so I do actually have some more serious questions for you. So, have you ever worked with anyone that you like? Have you ever worked with anyone who like you just haven't really like gotten along with?
I mean, yeah, I have to do that a lot. Especially with, I don't know, people that I would have to work with in a sense, or just relatively anywhere. It could be in school, it could be outside of school. I mean, it happens on a daily basis. You know, it's you have to handle it with care, I guess. And
Like care and grace.
Yeah.
You need to be careful.
yeah, and you just gotta put that aside for the moment, because if you're working with them, you gotta get stuff done, and you can't be distracted.
So, do you have any like older examples? I don't want anything like more recent. Because,
I mean,
yeah, you know, because like, do you have any like old examples that you might want to bring up?
like it could be with teachers. Like
Yeah.
I used to have a bunch of teachers I hated because I don't know, or like subs, because I don't know why, but most subs don't like me for some reason, but most teachers do. I guess it's just I don't leave a good first impression. But it's like I had to handle them with like a lot of grace, and I had to put a lot of stuff aside to, you know, build up a decent level of communication between us.
That's a really good answer.
Thank you.
I'd say that I've had to work with. You know what? I'm not being interviewed here. So another thing I wanted to get to you about was like, how do you handle loss?
Losses in
Loss. How would you?
like losing, or
No.
like losing a
Losing a person,
Oh.
a pet, like a lover,
well
an AI.
hey,
You got something to talk about, buddy?
well, I would say, especially when it comes to people, I don't know. I haven't really had much loss in my family because I have a relatively really small group of a family that I can communicate with. So I haven't really dealt with much loss when it comes to people. I didn't really know how to handle it at first, but I got through it. With my cats, I've lost 3. I've lost 3, and we had to get rid of one because she wasn't handling like being put in a new home. It's difficult, especially like I put my cats on a high pedestal because they mean a lot to me, you know.
Yeah. My pets mean a lot to me too.
Like I really do like my pets, and I really do build a strong I feel relationship has many other meanings, like a relationship between my animals. So yeah. And with loss in general, I mean, the grind never stops.
You wanna move?
Like if you lose something, like
what if you lose all your items in Minecraft?
Oh my gosh! So
that's
I'm having I sat in an AFK farm for 2 hours today. For the first hour, I got almost 60 levels.
And then you died.
I got back to my base, and it glitched out, and I died. And
Bug Rock, I love Bug Rock.
And the second time, I got 100 levels, and I logged off as soon as I hit 100.
I'm gonna do that tonight, actually.
It took like an hour. Well, if it turns off, then okay. Never mind. But like David Goggins, like when it comes to a loss, just keep pushing. Just keep pushing. Separate. Quit laughing. This is the viscosity of this situation.
The Biscoff cookie.
The thick of it.
I'm in the thick of it. Everybody knows.
We can't. I don't think we can. He was quoting. Okay, that was with quotes. Do you have any more questions?
I do. Actually, I have 1 or 2 more.
Yeah. Blow away.
What?
Any day now. We don't have all night.
What time do you go to sleep regularly on like a night? Like tonight. What time are you planning to go to sleep?
Tonight, bro, it's past 1.
Yeah. So on a Monday night before work. Wink, wink.
I've never touched
wink,
a 9 to
wink.
5.
Wink, wink. Neither have I. Wink, wink.
Okay. Why would I be sleeping before? That's a nap. I can't do naps.
Before like school.
Oh yeah, college.
Like college. Yeah, you're in college, right? Wink, wink. Wink, wink. Twink.
Okay.
All right.
Back.
What time what's your normal day-to-day schedule?
Oh,
What are the 3 numbers on the back?
What does that even mean?
Do not redeem the gift card.
Okay.
Do not redeem.
I have nothing.
I have nothing. That might be cultural appropriation. We might get called racist for that.
No,
who cares?
The guy didn't have an accent. What are you talking about?
86753.
He just said nothing. Oh. Anyways, I usually wake up from around. Work has me working.
Dude.
Like around 7. That's usually what I get up for work.
Work. I wake up at 5 for work.
And usually I go to sleep at around 10 to 12. I don't necessarily have an exact time to when I go to sleep, but it is usually around 10 to 12.
So what's your favorite Lego set that you've ever built?
I have only built 2 Lego sets in my 3 Lego sets in my whole life.
Really?
I have built a car.
Sweet. Nope. Does it
Lego
drive? Can you drive
Olaf. and a Ninjago Lego set.
What one was your favorite to build?
The Ninjago Lego set.
Was it not Olaf? Olaf would be total.
Dude, he's still on my. He's still up on my bookshelf. He just looks at me. It's really weird.
Ew.
Yeah, I would say the Ninjago Lego set was the best.
What was it? What was the set?
I don't remember. It was like a ship. It was from the show where they're in
Obviously.
Ford. Where they're no. I mean, there's movies too.
We got one.
Yeah. Anyways, it's I forgot what season it is. It's later in the show. They're in the foreign territory.
I haven't watched it in 20 years.
Yeah, good show. I might go back and watch it. Yeah, that might be the best set I've ever built.
What was your? Did you ever have? What was your first?
Ooh, that's a good question. My first console was the Sony. Was it? Yeah, Sony Entertainment.
The PS3.
Oh no, I'm stupid. It was the Nintendo Entertainment System. Was it that? Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not you.
It was retro. It was
It was like one of those bootleg ones that you get at like.
It was not bootleg.
It was probably. Bootleg.
It was ancient. No, my parents. It was originally my mom's.
Oh.
It wasn't bootleg.
Well then, how did it?
What do you mean?
What?
We hadn't. I
Travis,
moved.
this isn't the first time we're having this conversation. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
I moved into my grandfather's house after he passed away after a while because my great aunt let us live there, and my mom rediscovered an old console she had, and it was retro and we got to play it and it was fun.
Neat.
And then shortly after I got a PS3, and then multiple years later I got an Xbox.
Okay, the oldest Xbox known to man. Anyway.
It doesn't have Uno on it. I'm joking. I don't have this 360.
Anywho. I have to say mine was a 360.
Any other questions? Where's your kitty cat? Give me the kitty cat. I want the kitty cat.
What's your favorite animal of all time? I know it's a cat.
Yeah, my favorite.
What's your greatest weakness?
My greatest weakness?
That's my final question for you. I want you to give me a real, genuine answer.
My greatest weakness, I guess, would be, I guess, if it's an argument or a conversation, I tend to look at things with more of a biased standpoint, and I don't really separate the personal with the facts sometimes. I'm working on that though, so.
Yeah, that's a good thing to work on. Anyway, I'm gonna turn it over to the host, Noah Bodyford.
Come on, sit in the chair. Sit.
Noah,
Is it not nap time?
No, it's not.
it's not nap time. Come on.
I love you, kitty.
That's my cat. Stop messing with my cat. Stop. Dang. Why are you messing with my cat?
Crazy.
She smells like maple syrup.
I actually gave him flea medication, so it might be that. I'm not joking. We gave him flea medication, and you're kissing the dude's head now.
I've done worse. No, not like that.
Anyways,
You dirty dog. Can you hear the cat purring?
Nah. Dude, why are you moving the mic? Put it back.
Okay, I thought you would enjoy that.
Why?
I love listening to the cats purr.
but anyways, first question is, what is your name?
I'm leaving.
Michael
This conversation
Jackson.
is stupid. Travis. We're done here.
Bye,
Wait,
Harrison.
what did you say?
My name's Travis. Michelle
Thanks.
Holland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't mind, could I get that social security number too? No? Okay, let's move on to our next point.
Wait, hold on. I think I forgot it. Oh my
Don't actually say your social security number. If you know it, that's fine. Why is this a question?
Hey, Travis, talk
What?
to the audience. Talk to.
Anyways, to continue on.
I remember it now, but I'm not gonna say it because that's dumb.
Yeah, you wouldn't tell a.
Test me.
I know this was probably asked a second ago, but I want to do this little interview a little bit differently than my co-host, because
He's a bit silly, like a goose.
yeah.
Toddler.
So, first thing I want to start with is, truthfully, how do you handle losses? I know this was just asked, and it's probably the same answer, but
I don't really know. I don't.
like if something was just ripped away all of a sudden, or something that's always remained a constant in a way, and then it's just not there.
I mean, the past few times where something like that has happened, I just kept going. I don't really like stop and really, really dive into it. I just kind of kept going because I didn't know what to do.
I will say that, yeah, when my dog passed away, that was pretty big for me, because in a way it was like saying bye to my childhood. He was there, not necessarily since day one, but like baby amnesia, right? How you forget a lot of stuff as a little kid.
I didn't know that was the word, but yeah.
Yeah, it's infant amnesia or something like that. But anyways, he was the earliest memory that I ever had.
That's how I felt with my two cats, Jinx and
Yeah.
Sam. I had them ever since I was
Well, there was that as one of my first memories that I ever remember, and then also my mom accidentally ripping part of my tongue out with a watch buckle.
actually.
So, look at my tongue. See how it's more like triangle shaped?
What? Oh yeah.
Like it's not rounded. It was my fault, just so the audience knows. It is my fault, because I was playing with a watch and I was like putting the watch buckle in my mouth, and then my mom, she was doing the right thing. She thought I was choking on it, so she tried to pull it out of my mouth, but then the buckle got caught on my tongue. I do remember trying to put that in my mouth though. I'm like, man, this kind of tastes acidic. But anyways, back to like the earliest memory of my dog. It was rough, man, because honestly, after graduating high school, you don't really think about it that much, but you have to say bye to that childhood at some point in your life. And I'm gonna be honest, my dog passing away was kind of like that final nail in the coffin, because that's when I finally knew childhood over. All those memories just kind of ripped out, Like, sure, I wouldn't always play with him every day or things like that. I'd probably play with my cats a little bit more, to be honest. But it was that constant, like, he was always there,
Mm-hmm.
So, it's weird. It is weird trying to accumulate for losses. So, but anyways, I'm gonna let you continue a little bit on that.
Like, I mean, it's really weird. I had one of my cats pass away in a very morbid, really. Okay, that fell.
Yeah, that fell.
In a really morbid way, and I don't know. It kind of, I didn't know what to do in that situation. And then, how you doing?
Not snapping people.
Thank you.
You keep going. I'm listening.
Okay. Well, it's I don't know. It's really like it really like left something with me, and I just didn't. Oh my gosh, no.
I don't know what that was, guys.
And I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And it was just like I just forgot about it. Like that's just what I did to necessarily cope, was just move on.
I mean, everybody copes in different ways.
And like I mean, I think about it every now and then, and it's not I don't care. I just it's hard to get over some things.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. With that, it is really hard to get over things at times, because to be fair, as a guy, I bottle stuff up all the time, you know? I never want to reveal myself in the true light because I know if I do reveal myself in that true light, it's gonna hurt. And it's gonna hurt a lot. And I'm gonna hurt other people as well. Not like physically, but through my words. And sometimes it just feels better to bottle it up, but honestly, you gotta process it sometimes, you know? To continue on with that, would you say you probably more than likely bottle stuff up? Or do you try to deal with it?
I mean, I try to deal with a lot of things, and I always talk to people about it. It doesn't matter who they are necessarily, just people who will listen. Because as long as I know someone heard it, I feel like that's enough. Like,
it helps with processing.
I shouldn't necessarily bottle things up, but I shouldn't, like, you know, tell the world. So
yeah, that's good. And I do agree with that because at times just feeling heard a little bit isn't. Oh, I thought I crushed your finger for a second in that drawer. My bad.
Owie!
Anyways, yeah, that being heard, in my opinion, that's a big thing. Because honestly, when it just feels like you're drifting, I think that's when stuff can start to hurt the most. When we are idling down, we only have space to think. And that is a dangerous place for people. Because when you are left to your own devices, you have nothing else to rely on but yourself and your thoughts. I think it truly is your thoughts that contribute to a lot of pain sometimes, like overthinking.
Yeah.
Speaking of overthinking, and yes, I'm gonna keep doing this with segments.
Okay.
Speaking of overthinking, would you say you're a man that overthinks a lot?
Yes, I am. I'm always overthinking something. It's not ever I'm not thinking of something or I'm doing this. I'm always overthinking about something.
Yeah.
It's 24/7.
And I'm gonna be honest, like, yes, sir, the earbuds, I know they're super interesting. They look weird, but I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I blanked.
We were talking about overthinking.
There we go. Yeah. Never once in my life.
That you were overthinking that.
Bah, ha, ha,
Got you there.
So funny. Anyways, I will say, to be honest, yeah, there have been a lot of times where I have definitely been overthinking a lot. It can be school related, it can be friendships, relationships, anything like that. There have been times, numerous times, where I've started overthinking. Like in kindergarten, for some reason, you're not afraid to try new stuff. As a kid, you want to be out there, which I think is weird. But I guess as you start to mature as well, you develop those beliefs. But as well, you kind of start to be comfortable at where you are. So it's not like you want to adventure anymore. You want to stay on kind of a main island almost, because if anything else could happen, you risk getting hurt and crushed.
Yeah,
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it was just a diagram.
My bad. Thought you had something to say. Anyways, to continue on with that, would you say that you are open to the possibility of being hurt in like new scenarios? Because I mean, the first step to anything is, well, taking the first step, and if that means getting hurt, that means getting hurt. So are you somebody that usually likes to take those first steps?
I mean, to go forward is to progress, and if
wise words.
If progression causes hurt in the beginning, progression usually ends with a more successful ending, especially if you are more consistent and you keep up with stuff. So I feel like, especially with like me learning new things like instruments,
It doesn't matter if it gets overwhelming at some point, or it's just, I don't know, this is kind of, I don't want to do this right now. You're gonna get better if you do it. Because I know every single day when I was practicing for like tenors, I either didn't want to, or I could not, for the love of me, stay on one topic. I kept, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I wasn't getting anywhere.
Yeah.
But with concentration, hard work, and progression, I did eventually start getting better. And I did take a few steps back, but to go forward, you have to take a few steps back.
Yeah, I agree with that. I will say this as well. Crap. I really gotta start remembering what I'm gonna say. There was a movie, I think it's either As Dreamers Do or it's Walt before Mickey or something like that. Anyways, it's a story about Walt Disney and obviously his creation of Mickey Mouse. And before he really started to get successful, obviously Mickey Mouse was his success. Now, success stories, true ones, aren't really built overnight. Some can be, but it depends how successful it is kind of in the first. So, there's two quotes by him that I just admire 100%. The first quote is, anything worth doing is worth doing well, and the second one is, the only way to start getting things done is to shut up and get doing. And I think that answers procrastination pretty well, and honestly, the halt to any progress really well. So, if I had to ask you, would you say you've ever had that moment in life that has clicked where you thought anything worth doing is worth doing well?
In a sense, because it is worth doing well, but as long as you're doing it, and if you keep
I think as long as you try.
Yeah, as long as you try and keep doing it.
But you got to put that effort in.
Then you could be successful. Like Thomas Edison, he wasn't like, I failed to make a light bulb 2,000 times. He said, I found out how to not make a light bulb 2,000 times.
He also failed to make a good energy source because then Tesla came around and then invented AC.
But he had consistency, and even if some of those attempts he didn't really try, he still put in an amount of effort, which led him to a.
By the way,
conclusion.
It's my bad. I just have to emphasize this because a lot of people forget Nikola Tesla. It's Nikola Tesla, not the company Tesla. My bad.
You good.
Keep going.
And I feel like as long as there's a little bit of energy into what you're doing, and if you're trying, then you're doing it well. As long as you're making progression.
I can partially agree with that. I think progression, absolutely. But here's how I've honestly thought of it. If anything is worth doing well, if anything is worth doing, then it is worth doing well. If you're just gonna say, it's worth doing, but you don't think it's worth doing well, then there's not really a point to do it in the first place. And I'm not saying you shouldn't at least attempt. I mean, relationships are they can be rocky. They're not completely solid. Even in marriage, you're never given that guarantee, I guess. But if everything keeps going, you don't all of a sudden become this polar opposite, I guess. it's not bad because you're doing it correctly and everything. But anyway, that's fine. It should autosave. Anyway, so obviously relationships, they're not like, maybe I'll try. If you're gonna be in one, you got to be able to think it's worth doing well. Because I'm gonna be honest, the first one I was in, that's kind of the mindset I was in. I was like, it seems kind of fun, you know. But I honestly didn't think about wanting to do it well, I guess. I all wanted to do good, but, you know.
I mean, when I feel like I'm doing something, I have to be good at it. I feel like I have to be
the best.
Not be the best.
No?
But be at least one of the best. Even if it comes to music, I try to keep progressing no matter what. And I try to never hit a standstill. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I never try to hit a standstill because I'd like to avoid stuff like that. I should always be having a level of progression because even pros progress. And
True.
they even learn new things from day to day. And if they are as pros, then I should be as an intermediate. So.
Yeah. And I will say to further on, reaching a standstill, there's two things that I want to touch on this. A big one, procrastination. That stuff is huge, man. I mean, to this day, I procrastinate a lot in school. Grade school, that is. Whether you want to call it a school or not, that's up to you. I think it's a school.
It's definitely a school.
But anyways, I definitely procrastinate on my work quite a bit. But as well, I reach standstills at home because most of the time I'm doing night classes, so interactions with people at home is few and far between because everybody's either at work or school during the day. So instead, I reach standstills. I reach a point where I think I'm lonely and I have to do something about it. So this is a couple part question if I can continue to remember the parts. First part is, how do you handle procrastination?
If I don't let it get to me, I just think, like, I had to get this done. Like, if I'm sitting here, I'm doing nothing, and if I end up getting it done, I would end up getting it done and then regret not doing it earlier. Because doing it later just takes up more time, I feel like.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a major procrastinator as well, believe it or not. And that's kind of why I made a 70 on my last test.
Don't worry, I made a
76. No. That's
we don't talk about that. Really, not a lot of people made good scores.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be honest. It's tough trying to fight procrastination. It's not easy. Because you always want to do something else, but then you have to eventually come to the truth and do what you originally set out to do. So, second part of this question. If you do reach a standstill, what do you try to do to get yourself back out of a standstill?
Well, I take a pause and I look at it like I break the situation down to where I'm not overthinking it, and I can find the easiest solution out of it. So if it's like, oh, I can't do this part with my hands, my chops aren't built enough, I would stop and be like, if I can't do this right now, I'm gonna stop, I'm gonna quit trying to play it, and I'm going to work on exercises to get this part better, and I'll be able to play it. And then I'm gonna hammer that part down, and then I'm gonna get it. That's what I've done, and sometimes it just requires a break, because if you're not being able to play or do something correctly, and if you just keep doing it, and if it's just making you mad, you just have to take a break. Because if you can't do it while you're calm, you cannot do it while you're angry.
honestly, you shouldn't do anything while you're angry. If you're angry, even driving, just
Yeah, you're actually not. You're supposed to calm down and get rid of those emotions.
well,
before
I mean,
you-
even before you enter a conversation, this is stupid, but I did within the past couple of months get a pretty big Lego set, the Titanic, and I was missing about more than 85 pieces.
Out of five. How many pieces?
9,000 something.
$500 Lego set.
Ooh.
$600 Lego set.
Just don't say the price. It's fine. I don't like that I spent that much on it either. Anyways, though, originally I was going to call Lego and I was gonna go in with absolute anger, and that wouldn't have been right. It really wouldn't have. So, as soon as the guy picked up and the whole line was finally over, it was like finally hearing that calm voice was kind of a reassurance, like, it's going to be handled properly. And I'm going to be honest, it sucks when things don't go your way and you have to wait. Like, that sucks, but just 85 pieces. What were we talking about before this?
Like dealing.
But yes, essentially, it really taught me not to deal with things with anger head on, because if you come in like ready to crack some skulls, you're just gonna make things worse between you. You're gonna make things worse between the person you're talking to. They could already be having a fairly bad day, and you're just making it worse by continuing to yell at them, and it's not even their fault completely. So I think we really have to take that into considerations before we go in ready to bust some balls.
Yeah.
So, to go on with that, when things don't go your way, how would you say you deal with that?
Well, for one, I take a breath. Because, I mean, it happens a lot. I don't have the best of luck, and not a lot of things go my way. But if they don't, I mean, it's fine. It's not like, if it's something really important, then you have to handle that with utmost care. Because it's like, if it's really important to you, you shouldn't be getting mad or upset over something. You just have to deal and keep going on with it. And if it's more of day-to-day stuff, I mean, it's aggravating, but it's more of a, like, you just gotta forget about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be really real. When things don't go my way, I am a horrible person to be around. It sounds like it sucks, but I'm being truthful. I am a horrible person to be around if things don't go my way. Obviously, not acting like a baby about it either, but I don't handle well if things start to veer off, and that's something I've tried to get better at too. But yeah, it's super painful too to keep going through the motions, and it's like, why is stuff just not going right?
Yeah.
And I think that's another thing. If we're just going through the motions, we're not really expecting growth. We're just expecting to go through it. So if you had this to say, what would you say if you were just kind of going through stuff, like going through the motions?
Just,
Like, would you try to snap out of it?
I mean, it only goes up from here.
Yeah, that's fair.
It could go down low, but you just gotta fight. Oh, that sounded really cringy.
Oh well, it's staying in.
Frick.
Yeah, it sucks. We could cut it out.
444.
Nobody cares about the time. They
It was 4444.4.
It's chill. But anyways, to continue on with this, this next segment is, I wouldn't say grim or dark, but it's definitely a topic that needs to be discussed.
Dude, the interview is longer than the episode. It's fine. I actually progressing.
So, anyways, if you had to say this, people out there deal with loneliness almost every day, right?
Move the mic closer.
So obviously, if you're dealing with, you're stuck in the mud, you're absent-minded, you're procrastinating, you're just failing to move on, and no matter what you're trying to do to make yourself feel like, I'm in a group, I'm around people, but you just constantly feel lonely. Have you ever felt this way?
Constantly feeling lonely?
Well, maybe not constantly feeling lonely, but there's just no way to get out of it.
Yeah, I do feel that. It happens a lot. I mean, I have been in a relationship for a decent amount of time. It's been almost half a year. And I mean, sometimes I do feel lonely, but it's not in that sense. It's just like there's just no one right here, right now, in that sense. But it's not. I don't think of it as too much of a big of a deal. It's just right now.
And then as well, if you said you were lonely, what do you do to make yourself not feel lonely?
I mean, I just do something. I just do something to get my mind off of it. Whether it's like just go walk around, take a shower, or like hop on my system. Just do anything. It could, or call someone. That's a really good strategy.
So I will say this about loneliness. Compared to the first episode, I've actually done a little bit more side research about it, because I do want to kind of dive in a little bit more deeper about it, because understanding why we are lonely or why we feel lonely, it's super interesting, because in a lot of ways we truthfully are never alone. I will say the things that are bad for you to do if you're feeling alone. Obviously, walk isn't bad, a shower isn't bad. Maybe cooking a little bit, that's not bad either. But if you're constantly looking for that next thing, whether it be calling someone, whether it be, okay, I'm just gonna put on a show or play games. If you're trying to distract yourself from being lonely, that's a whole lot different than dealing with being lonely, if that makes sense. Because that's what I do. And it's sucky because I have to get myself out of that funk too. But it's a way that we deal with it,
Yeah.
And we don't want to deal with it either. Because I feel like whenever we deal with it, we end up making ourselves feel like we hurt. And it's not bad to hurt either. Sometimes the hurt's supposed to be good. Which that doesn't make sense, because we obviously associate hurting to be kind of bad, not really good at all.
Yeah, I agree with you.
And I'm gonna be honest, whenever I'm feeling lonely, I do exactly that. I get onto social media. I'm on social media way too much. I need to start backing down. It's mainly Instagram. Like, honestly, just mindlessly scrolling.
I'm on Instagram so much for no reason.
It's so goofy.
It's so bad.
I wish I stopped.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not hard to stop. You just tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna stop. But the thing is you keep telling yourself you want to stop. You don't want to keep going. But the thing is saying that is so much harder to do than doing it.
Yeah, I got you.
It's a lot easier to talk the talk and not walk it.
Walk the walk.
Yeah. And whenever I'm lonely as well, I cook, I clean, I try to do other stuff. But truthfully, to anybody out there, if you are lonely, it's not bad to put your arm around somebody, or, well, obviously, if you know them, that's the first thing. Don't just put your arm around somebody random. That'd be a little creepy.
He just means comfort and understand other people's feeling of loneliness.
Yeah.
Not actual physical contact, hopefully.
Well, I mean, it's not bad to, like, put your arm around sometimes, like, at the end of the day, all you really need is just a hug.
Yeah, but ask first.
Obviously. You don't want to just go up and be like, and then somebody be like,
you're mugging me! Yeah, he just hugged me and I felt really uncomfortable because he didn't ask. But if he asked...
I still would have said no.
Oh, you're supposed to ask.
Oh. Hey, want a hug?
Yeah.
So if somebody went like, hey, want a hug?
Yeah, Emma does it all the time. Can we cut that? Can we cut that?
Bro's getting into his personal life.
Okay.
We're gonna keep pushing.
That is not my personal. That does not happen.
Okay.
I was joking.
I'm joking.
My lawyer has advised me not to go on any further.
Oh. Well, anyways, I guess last question. Well, we're getting close. One of my last couple of follow-up questions would have to be, have you ever thought
Yes.
there's more to life than life itself?
Noah, have you ever thought there's more to life than life itself?
Oh, the co-host
Several
came
times.
in. Okay, so you guys don't get it. Noah says this anytime it gets awkward. He always says, "Hey,
Do you ever think there's more to life than life itself?
No, I like to think there's more to life than life itself.
Okay. Anyways, I feel like life. It's not.
Wait. Guys, this is the first time anybody has ever answered this question. Please continue. I'm so intrigued that somebody is finally answering.
I feel like I've answered
this
it once,
question.
and then you were trying to.
I've answered it before.
No, he hasn't. Shut up,
Hey,
pig.
I barely talked during your interview with.
Oh my gosh!
A mugging. Just
Yeah, but my
happened.
interview only took like 10 minutes.
Well, ours was.
We actually
Great.
recorded for like 30 minutes. That was like no, it was like 20.
All right, keep
straight.
going.
Okay. Anyway, so I'm sorry. We shouldn't be talking about the I feel like the question too is there anything? What is it?
Is there more to life
Than
than life itself?
I feel like, well, to define life, it's just being here and playing a role that essentially you think that you have to provide and play it.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it changes from person to person. But for me, I feel like, I'm just here. Like, I'm just rolling with it, and I'm kind of being more reactive than proactive sometimes, because it's all of our first time, being here, or I don't know, whatever you want to believe, you feel me? But I feel like it's just all of our first time being here. We just, we're just trying to, live.
To be honest, maybe the reason why I ask everybody that question, it's a question I ask myself a good bit. And it seems silly to ask over and over again, obviously. But truthfully, there is, and then sometimes there isn't. Like, sometimes you just need to enjoy the small things. Don't think into it any more than that. But there's times where you have to realize, is there something I should be doing rather than just going with the flow? And I think that is such an important question to ask, because it's really a check for yourself to say, hey, am I doing this right? And I know that that's not exactly the question being asked, but in a way it is.
Yeah.
Because if we're having to ask ourselves, like, is what I'm doing right? Am I doing this correctly? You know? And I think that's what my question kind of asks. And you don't have to answer it again, obviously, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Adding on to what you said, I mean, I feel like we all don't have a set, specific role or, play in what we're doing, because
We're still finding out as we go.
yeah, and there's some people who don't find out, but that's okay, because there was no harm. And I mean, if you don't, then just you'll find one eventually. There's always something, but I mean, if you truly don't believe it, then like it's not a bad thing. You don't have to consistently do something to have to just be here, I guess. I mean, you're already here, so you didn't have to do anything to get here, and you can just keep doing what you're doing to stay. You don't have to change what you're doing.
I will say,
Unless if it's against the law.
well, also, like, if the room starts to feel uncomfortable, and this is obviously a metaphor for anything in life that you're doing, if anything starts to feel like it's just not flowing like it used to, that's when you really need to ask yourself, is what I'm doing right? Because there's going to be times in your life you start to mature and you grow out of childish things, and you still want to enjoy those things, but it's like, at a time, you have to understand that you kind of grow out of those things. And it's not fun to find that out. It's not at all, because it really tugs on your heartstrings after a while if you just continue to do what you try to check off, That's me. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's 2 in the morning.
Nuh-uh. It's getting close.
It's 1:58, bro. Isn't?
It's getting close.
It's 1:58. It's tiring. I don't know. I just feel like the question too, is there anything more to life than life itself?
That's the premise.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's personal.
Yeah, the answer is going to divvy from every single person.
So, you know what? This is a question we should ask the viewers. Get up close.
So guys,
Yeah. I'm sorry. You guys should be answering. Not me.
on a
Do
one-on-one,
better.
if you've really made it this far on this episode, I'm aware the 20-minute ramble by my co-host might have been incoherent and kind of a little crazy.
It really was.
But if you make it this far and you just feel like something's tugging at you a little bit, and you think there is something more than life itself, or you have your own answer to this question, feel free to shout out. In fact, any of these questions. I mean, I'm aware that some of it's personal, but, sometimes it's cool to hear all the different answers that are out there. So, anyways, guys, it was I guess, kind of a pleasure to interview Travis today. If you would like him in more episodes, let us know. And thank you all for listening tonight. This was a long episode for us. This is actually the longest episode we've ever done. So from all of us,
I'm that cool.
So from all of us here, good night, and one last closing statement.
And just, whatever you guys are doing, keep doing it if you're happy with it. If you're not happy with it, then, do what you think is best, because whatever you're doing, it's working. Anyways,
from all of us on
Here
the
at
11 o'clock.
the 11 o'clock show.
Good night.
Good
Sleep tight.
night.
And don't let the bedbugs bite. Let me tuck you in. Let me.